right, so that scream is because the NBA is officially back. All right. So yesterday, the very first game of the season, the Boston Celtics took on the Philadelphia 76ers. And, oh, man, it's crazy to think that it seems like the past month and a half or month, or I'm not exactly too sure when the Ime Udoka story first hit the scene, whatever it case may be, but that has been like the main narrative and storyline for anything related to the Boston Celtics. So it was really, really good to see them come out yesterday and play the way they did. They out-muscled, they outplayed, out-hearted, out everything the Sixers at every single turn or every single opportunity and majority of possessions. And, crazy thing about this game, it was tied at the end of the half, 62-62 if I'm not mistaken. But in the second half, the Celtics ramped up everything. Celtics ramped up their defense on James Harden. They ramped up their defense on Joel Embiid. They ramped up their intensity. They ramped up their execution on the offensive end. And then, it's specifically the Celtics defense. And a lot of people had questions like, will the Celtics be able to replicate the same success that they had last season because Ime Udoka was such a critical part in their success, and rightfully so. But based on what I seen yesterday, the Celtics are going to be perfectly fine. Just in the second half, as I said, they increased their defensive intensity. They were doubling Joel Embiid. They were damn near doubling Joel Embiid every single opportunity that it presented itself and creating things and slowing him down and making it harder for him to work. And then as their defense began to raise, obviously, eventually, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum were just too much, way too much for the Sixers to handle. From what I remember and just what I just watched in terms of the game, man, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown both had 35. They both combined for 70. And it's crazy to think that just this calendar year, before the trade deadline, article after article, take after take, should they trade Jaylen Brown? Should they trade Jason Tatum? Can they win with this duo? Whatever the case may be, they go to the finals. And now they start off the season like this. And typically, Jason Tatum starts off seasons pretty slow. So to see him come out and put together a performance like this against a team as I personally don't think the Sixers are all that. I don't consider the Sixers a contender. I personally think the only real contenders in the East are the Celtics, the Bucks, and the Heat. The Heat will be the third team. I don't consider the Sixers a part of the Eastern Conference elite, but it is what it is. Everything that Jason Tatum did yesterday, and specifically in the third quarter and third and fourth quarter, was incredible. His reads, incredible. His defense, incredible. His decision-making, incredible. He was getting downhill. He was drawing fouls. He was getting to the basket. And when Jason Tatum is getting to the basket, it's getting dangerous. Everything else, it's going to start to – bro, let me get started on Jaylen Brown, because the Sixers had no answer for both of them. Jaylen Brown played through contact, was aggressive, steals, dunks, big shots, just doing what he does best, man. Both of them were in their bag. And also, man, the rest of the league would be in trouble because the Celtics brought back the majority of their team. They added Danilo Gallinari, who got hurt, tore his ACL playing for Italy, and they added Malcolm Brogdon. Malcolm Brogdon is going to bring a lot of – we're going to take the Celtics defense and offense to a different – he can shoot, so he can space the floor, and he can play defense. Bro, I can't stress that enough. Malcolm Brogdon is a really good defender. Malcolm Brogdon was on the Bucks team that went to the Eastern Conference Finals the year Giannis won his first championship. Malcolm Brogdon, when he left Milwaukee, Giannis was extremely upset with the front office. Like, why are we letting such an integral piece of our team leave? He went to Indiana, was injuries, and that team wasn't very good. So now that he's back on a good team, we're gonna see how dynamic and how important he can be to a championship winning roster. So overall, very, very good night from the Celtics. I mean, they're big two duo. They have like one of the best. And then both these dudes, if I'm not mistaken, I think Jaylen Brown is either 25 or 26. I know Jason Tatum was like 24, if not 25. So both of their superstars or star players are in their mid-20s. I know mid-20s. I know Jaylen Brown's younger than me, and I know Jason Tatum is my brother's age or might be. Yeah, so Jason Tatum's like 24, 25. I think he's 24. I think he's 24. So, I mean, man, the sky's bright for the future is high. The future is bright. Future is here for that team. And mind you, they didn't have Grant Williams yesterday. When Grant Williams comes back, that's it. That's gonna add a nut. That's gonna take their defense to another fucking level. The Celtics are a scary team. The Celtics are only gonna get better, and the Celtics are going deep in the playoffs. I don't see them like. I mean, the only reason why they wouldn't possibly go anywhere, obviously injuries. It's the same thing with any team. But the Celtics, man, amazing performance by them in the first game of the season. I was really, really happy to see that shit. With the Sixers, I mean, honestly, I'm never gonna be high on the Sixers. I don't believe in the Sixers whatsoever. Like, I don't think highly of the Sixers. I've never have, probably never will. Yeah. So I mean, James Harden looked good. James Harden played great. He had 35 points, 8 assists, and at least 7 rebounds. It was good to see him in mid-season shape. He came to camp healthy. Came to camp in shape. Wasn't overweight or anything like that. Looked healthy. Looked like he had that burst. I mean, he making plays against the Celtics defense, but overall it wasn't enough, whatever the case may be. So, but that's a good sign for Sixers fans. I mean, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying this. I don't believe in Philly whatsoever. Like, not even in the slightest bit. I wouldn't bet anything on Philadelphia to do anything significant in second round of the playoffs, if that. So, yeah. I mean, with that being said. So I'm really excited because, I mean, like, as I said, this is the turn of a new leaf. More and more consistent videos because basketball season is back. So in between, because, I mean, football, it's Thursday, Sunday, Monday, NFL. And then in between all those days is NBA basketball. NBA basketball is going to be every day moving forward. So I'm just really every day moving forward until fucking June. So I'm really, really excited about that. With that being said, I mean, long live Kobe, long live Gigi, long live Mac Miller, long live Nipsey Hussle. Long live Pop Smoke. Woo. Long live Chef G. Oh, I said long live Chef G. Free Chef G. Free Pooh Shiesty. Long live my brother. I'm out this bitch.